So this is the new year that you have been looking for. The temple bells have finished ringing 108 times. The shrine visits are complete. The celebrations have ended. And now the silence has returned. In that silence, I want to share with you some wisdom from ancient Japan. These are teachings that samurai carried with them into battle and into daily life. They are simple ideas, but they have the power to change everything about how you approach this new year. Let me ask you something honest. Do you actually feel any different? Most people enter a new year and nothing has changed. The same thoughts keep circling in the mind. The same habits keep running on repeat. The same frustrations keep showing up wearing a different date. We tell ourselves this year will be different, but somewhere deep inside, we already know we are lying to ourselves. The samurai had a word for this kind of self-deception. They called it kyojitsu. This means the confusion between what is real and what is false. Most people live their entire lives trapped in kyojitsu. They believe they want to change, but their actions reveal the truth. They have grown comfortable in their suffering. They have made peace with staying exactly where they are. Breaking free from kyojitsu requires something painful. It requires seeing yourself as you actually are. There is an old Japanese teaching that cuts through all self-deception. The samurai called it shimeikan. This is the constant awareness that death is always walking beside you, not as something to fear, but as the greatest teacher of how to truly live. When you carry shimeikan in your heart, everything begins to shift. The complaints you had yesterday start to seem foolish. The excuses you made last year lose all their power. The fear of discomfort becomes almost laughable, because what is temporary struggle compared to the eternal silence waiting for all of us? Most people live as if they have unlimited time. They postpone everything important. They wait for the right moment that never arrives. They save their courage for some distant tomorrow. But the samurai understood that tomorrow is just a story we tell ourselves. The only truth is this breath, this moment, this choice. There was a warrior named Suzuki Shosan who served in battle during the Warring States period. He fought in terrible conflicts. He also watched friends die beside him. And when the wars finally ended, he did something unexpected that you cannot even imagine. He became a Zen monk. But Shosan did not teach the gentle Buddhism of the temples. He taught what he called Neo-Zen, which means the way of the fierce guardian. He believed that most spiritual practice had become too soft. People sat in meditation, hoping for peace. They chanted prayers, hoping for blessings. But they avoided the one thing that actually transforms a person. They avoided looking directly at death. Shosan taught his students to meditate with the energy of a warrior charging into battle. Not in a way of relaxed or passive, but completely alive and completely aware that this moment could be the last. This is shimeikan put into practice, and it changes everything about how you approach your days. Shosan also taught something called nenshin. This means the attentive mind. It is the mind that does not wander into fantasy about the future or regret about the past. It is the mind that stays exactly where the body is. Most people fail to change because their mind is never where their body is. They exercise while thinking about work. They work while thinking about entertainment. They spend time with loved ones while scrolling through their phones. They are everywhere except the present moment, and so they are truly nowhere at all. The samurai could not afford this kind of scattered attention. In combat, a wandering mind meant death. So they trained nenshin until presence became their natural way of being. There is another teaching from the warrior tradition that most people have never heard. It is called kigurai. This means a noble dignity that comes from within. It is not arrogance or pride based on what you have achieved. It is a quiet sense of self-worth that does not depend on what others think of you. A person with kigurai does not need applause to keep going. They do not need approval to believe in their path. They do not fall apart when criticized or become too proud when praised. They simply walk forward with quiet certainty because they have chosen their way and they trust themselves to walk it. This is what separates those who actually transform from those who only dream about it. The dreamer needs constant motivation. The dreamer needs the excitement of a fresh start. But the person with Kigurei needs nothing except their own commitment. And that commitment stays steady, whether anyone is watching or not. My grandfather used to say that most people treat discipline like a visitor. They welcome it when they feel inspired and show it the door when they feel tired. The old masters also spoke of Ishin. This means one heart. It is complete devotion to the path you have chosen. Not scattered attention across 100 different goals. Not half-hearted attempts at everything, but the full power of your being directed at one single purpose. When you approach change with Ishin, failure becomes almost impossible. Not because the path is easy, but because you have removed every escape route. You have closed every back door. There is only forward. These 5 teachings work together like threads in a rope. Kyojitsu reminds you to be honest about where you are. Shimekan reminds you that your time is borrowed and precious. Nenshin brings your wandering mind back to the present moment. Kigurei gives you the inner strength to walk your path without needing permission. And Ishin focuses your whole heart on what truly matters. The samurai did not see these as separate ideas. They saw them as one way of living. A way that transforms ordinary people into warriors of their own lives. So, as this new year stretches out before you, do not make promises you have already broken 100 times. Instead, let these ancient teachings